Battle Tapes, bringing us into week 4 of the Go Rodeo. Great to have you guys with me watching the video. I love it. Thank you for all the support. I love all those likes. Keep those likes flooding in. I really, really appreciate it. Make sure to ding that bell, subscribe. Oh God, this is intense. It's intense, boys. We're getting into the meat of the season here, week 4. Things are starting to kind of settle in. Who's going to be the winners? Who's going to be the losers? I'm at the top of the heap at 3-0. I'm ecstatic with it. Everybody else that was undefeated has fallen by the wayside, and just me victorious. Just imagine it. Just all of your crumpled fucking forms, and me just rising above you all. That's all you got to think about. That's the vision you should have in your mind as you think about week 4. Let's get into it. Let's talk scores. Let's go back and let's just have a very quick moment of silence for what was Jordan's fantasy football season. It's officially over. Whew, dominated last week. Top scorer last week for Jordan's team, the Buffalo fucking defense, with 12 goddamn points. Holy shit, it must just have hit like a ton of bricks, Jordan. But it's okay. It's okay. You're gonna bounce back. It was just 1 week, dropping 1 week. You don't need to remake the lineup or anything. You don't need to rethink everything. San Fran just had an off week, I guess. I think that's what happened there. I certainly got my points out of Dalvin Cook. I'm so pumped up about the Vikings running game this year. I think it's something to be excited about, because Kirk Cousins doesn't have to throw the football 50 fucking times a game. And I know that he's going to keep pushing to throw more passes and get his receivers involved more and more. But why? If Dalvin Cook and I don't know, I can't even remember the dude's backup, but if those two can put it together week after week after week, the Vikings are going to be 8-8. They're going to be 8-8. Not going to go over on a limb and put them higher. Drag pedal. Let's talk, man. Antonio Brown, Alshon Jeffrey. What were you thinking? Drac? Come on, man. Play fantasy football with us. Your friends want you to play fantasy football, not start 2 fucking zeros on a Sunday, motherfucker. Come the fuck on. Man. Could you have won? You had 29 points on the bench. You could have won. You could have had this thing. You could have bagged a fucking W against Mike's team. Instead, Mike, you get an easy win. You get a fucking free pass this week, week 3. Drac drops to 0-3. It's tragic. It's tragic is what it is. It's tragic. Big old titties still at 0-3. Lost to Chad last week. I don't know, man. You got to put it together this week. You got to come up with a victory. You got to put one on the board. Sweet week scrapes by Casey's team. Casey's team just couldn't do enough this week, despite 45 fucking points from Russell Wilson, who looks in MVP form again. He is lights out back there for Seattle this year. And Ricky Ravioli comes in with the big victory, proving me wrong in my predictions. And that puts me at 3-3 on the year with predictions. We'll talk more about predictions later on the show. And 13 practice squad going up against Soren Rose. Soren, it happens, man. It happens. Damian Williams was a late scratch, not much you could do there. You just couldn't, there wasn't points on the bench here for you to win. There's a plethora of points over on Kent's bench though. And I would think that somebody would be keen on snacking on some of them points. I know you got your TJ Hawkinson that you're definitely attached to as you continue to start him for 0.6 fucking points while Zach Ertz sits on the bench scoring 8 points week after fucking week. But I know. Fantasy projections, all the fantasy sites say TJ Hawkinson from, I think, Iowa is the next coming of, I don't know, Sterling Sharp or Shannon Sharp or some shit. So I keep starting him. Keep starting Hawkinson. He's going to have a big week this week, right? He's going to have a big week this week. He's against KC. He's going to have a huge week. Oh, God damn, guys. This is, feels so good to be 3-0. Feels so good to be 3-0. All right, let's go on to let's talk about waiver wire first. I didn't see a ton of activity here. One of the things I thought was kind of neat was Grant, you've given up on Baker Mayfield, and I think you make the right choice here with Daniel Jones coming out. I don't know if that's first waiver wire type of stuff. I don't know if you desperately needed to secure that position, but you definitely needed to get rid of Baker Mayfield for your bye week. And I think that's probably a good choice. Cole Beasley, James Washington. Probably one of the things I really liked was Jordan picking up Teddy. I like that. It looks like Drew's going to be out for a little while, and Teddy got the keys to the car. You know, it's a really heartwarming story, Teddy's story, and I wish the best for him in coming back here this season. Jamal Williams was added to Eric's squad. Eric, I know it's hard picking up a Packer, but I think you're making the right choice there. I think there's a lot of upside to having him, on your in the background of your lineup. Kicker swap for Kent, not a big deal. And Wayne Gallman, I don't know. I guess Barkley went down, and so now we've got Gallman. So Cole Beasley for Buffalo. I don't even know if they can get Cole the ball, but we'll see. We'll see if he's consistently able to be productive. Sweet Weeks adds Kenyon Drake from Miami, which is okay. Anthony Miller goes to Jordan's team. I didn't make any moves. I made a big play last week for Golden Tate, and I think that's more than enough chooch for my squad. So there's your waiver wire. Let's talk power rankings. We'll get into those next year. Ricky Ravioli sporting full mast wood at 100. Kent's team. These two teams are going against each other this week. So Kent's team at a 97. His matchups this week are probably the worst, the least favorable for the entire rest of the season. So Kent's squad in a vulnerable state sort of this week, maybe. Casey's let down 93. Dutchman's Crevice 93. That's the third place tie for those guys. Good, congrats to Mike and Casey. You've put together good squads that have favorable matchups this week. The original GOAT in at 88, and then it's a huge drop off to my squad in at 6. Drac Pedal 7th, Sweeps Week 8, Hunter 9, or Papa Rincon 9th, Soren Rue in at 10. Grant, you're bringing up the rear at 11th. Eric, you're dead last with a 50. That's just shit luck this week, Eric. I hope you're able to pull it together. Hopefully these guys overperform. I mean, you already got 29 points on the board, which looks pretty good. Kent's got 46, but Kent's team did surprisingly well. On Thursday night against Philadelphia. I'm happy for him starting those Packers. Holy shit, there's a child upstairs screaming his head off. I probably need to go check on that in a little bit. All right, rest of the season rankings. 13 practice squad in at 100. So Kent's squad has the most favorable strength of schedule going out the rest of the season. The original GOAT in at 2. Dutchman's Crevice at 3rd. Soren Rue, you're in at 4th. Casey's letdown. Look at that, Casey. Top 6. You're in the top 6, which is where you want to be, Casey. Sweeps Week in at 6. And Sweeps Week has gotten better week after week after week with his lineup. So those dark horse picks for Allen are really starting to pay off. Congrats, Allen. Wade, 7th. My Amateur Hour in 8th. Eric, I'm not concerned. Eric, 8th. Papa Rincon, or Eric, 9th. Papa Rincon, 10th. Hunter, 11th. And Grant's big old titties in at 50. Horrible, destitute 50, and I guess that's Barkley going down, I think, or something like that. Some questions there. I'm not keen on the Barkley news. I don't follow Barkley. I don't follow the Giants. I don't fucking care about the Giants. So, but Grant, you gotta pull some points together. You gotta pull up a win here. All right, so we talked about power rankings. We talk about predictions. Yeah, let's talk about predictions. So, Grant's team here has a chance. It's a really tight line against Hunter's team. It's just a point separating these two. Alshon Jeffrey has already put up his 11.3 points. So, is it 10.3? 11.3? Anyways, let's talk about this matchup. Let's look in between the lines. I like Grant's team here to get his first win of the season. Tom Brady going to have a day against Buffalo. Eckler at Miami going to have a day. LMC Andy Reid KC against Detroit going to have a day. Julian Edelman at Buffalo, don't love it. John Ross at Pittsburgh, love it. Emmanuel Sanders at home against Jacksonville, I think that can happen. Trey Burton probably going to get covered up by the Minnesota linebackers that cover 2 that Mike Zimmer likes to run. So I think he'll probably get smothered up, but we'll see. We'll see. I mean, Hunter's not starting 2 fucking wide receivers, so dude, change your fucking lineup. Change your lineup. I'm not going to change it for you. I'm not doing it. I'll sanction your ass. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have any sanction program other than to boo you from the league. But I'm not willing to do that. I mean, Hunter's going to get it together. He's going to swap somebody out. He's going to put in Philip Dorsett maybe at Buffalo. I like that play. I like Philip Dorsett. He's got Tom Brady. You put in Dorsett, you get a little piece of that pie. I like it. James White wouldn't be a bad slot in here too, but were you really going to take out Devonta Freeman for him? Probably not. So, anyways, those are your tightest line matchup for this week. I got Grant winning by 3. Couldn't take 3 points. I know the line is just 1, but I like Grant by 3 with those two wide receivers that are sitting on Hunter's bench. The GOAT matchup of the week. This is where I get to pick 2 teams and just say, I'll just take who I think is going to win. Ken is favored this week, and Ken's already put up a big fucking total to get a nice lead on Wade's team. But I do like the 1 and 2 team here. I like Wade's chances. I might be crazy. I might just love an underdog. But I love Lamar Jackson playing Cleveland in Baltimore again. I love Christian McCaffrey, the number 1 running back at Houston. Kerryon Johnson, I actually like this. I actually like Kerryon Johnson at home against KC. I don't know why. Keenan Allen going to fucking tear a hole in Miami. You got the Marquise Brown. You got that. I love these duos. I love having, it's just like pushing in on something, you know? It's like just fucking taking your stack and just putting it on 20 black, you know? It's just like just putting it all in on that number in roulette and just spin that wheel. Let's see what happens. I don't love anything else going on in this roster. I think Wade could definitely trade something to Kent for a tight end. You know, get Jordan Reed off your roster and pick up something, you know, I mean, maybe you can get Crowder, maybe you can get Mike Williams off your roster and go after one of these tight ends. Get Greg Olsen, get either one of these guys, Mark Andrew, or hell, you got half the Baltimore receiving corps, their points per game anyway. So why not take the tight end just to give yourself another out? I think it's a great pickup. Do it. Make a trade, motherfucker. All right, so that is your Week 3 recap. That is your waiver wire review. That is your power rankings. Those are your picks for this week. That's your Week 4 projections. I don't really have much else to say, I don't think, here, except thank you guys so much for watching every week, for all of the support and all of the cheering on. I really, really appreciate it. Really keeps me going, really keeps me motivated. Swing by, say hello in the Twitch chat sometime if you want. We play video games every night from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. Central Time, more or less. Play a different game every night. Come say hello, talk fantasy football shit with me, whatever you want. Or don't. Whew. Good luck in Week 4. I hope all of you guys win. I hope all of you are able to reign supreme in your matchups. Chad, you're going down this week, son. I got you. No problem. This motherfucker, I'm going 4-0 this season. It's not going to be Chad winning this week. It's going to be me. Peace out. Take it easy, guys.